going for a bike review. Let's review my bike. I want to dissect it into parts. So we're gonna go front, handlebars, brakes, seat, and then brakes. Suspension, pedals, chain, bolts, and this little funny plastic thing. And also the chain. I think I already said that, but let's get into the video. Guys, we're doing the bike. We're doing the bike check, so here we go. Alright, starting off with our handlebars. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. I just have like 2 rusted bolts on here. It's both the tops that are rusted out. And the handlebars, these little handlebar things, little grips. I call them grips because you grip onto them. They're doing pretty good. Nothing too bad. Remember this time I scratched it right there. If you didn't see my finger point at it, I'm just gonna put an arrow right where I pointed it at. And also the other one right there, and alright, so here we go. So you see the bike. Handlebars are pretty good, except for some rust bolts. So let's move on to the brakes. Okay, so we're moving on to the brakes here. And let's pull it out the driveway. Okay, here we go. So my brakes started off very good at first. I kept on slamming on them and they caused little skid marks in the road. I'll show them at the end of the video. But it caused little skid marks. Then one of my brakes failed because this little tiny valve right here on this one, a little tiny bolt, was loose and it threw out the brake right there. It threw it out. And like every time I tried to brake on this, it just wouldn't work. It would just stall. But it still kind of worked on stall braking, but it just stalled there. Like you couldn't even make it budge. While the other one, this bolt right here was perfectly tight. It just didn't do none with it. It just right around easy. Then I had to repair it. So I tightened this bolt and that bolt. I freaking take off all the brakes. I took off all the brakes, bolted in the brake bolts, put the brakes back in, and there we were. We're back on the road. But let's go over right about I should have been doing this on the side of the road. Yeah, I'm on the side of the road. Yeah, I'm on the freaking side of the road. But here's the back end of the brakes. Yeah, that one, if you can see enough, it will focus. You can see a little bit of rust right there. And these 2 brake valves meet up into one brake valve. And this whole spinny thing right there, it's like, just protects the brake. And yeah. So, and also this thing right here, I think should fall on the wheel chapter here. But the bolt right here that pulls this brake right here, well, that's loose. Yeah, that's loose. Okay, I just discovered that. It's loose. But yeah, that's loose. And this bolt is bent like a 3-degree angle, which is normal to me. If it goes further away, I would try, if it goes into like a triangular shape, I would be concerned about that. And if you have a bike, review some of these things and see if your bike matches up to mine. And if it doesn't to mine, good, you have a healthy bike. I've took the same muddy. I did that before. Okay, but here we go. Now time for the rears. So here we go, we're on the rears. Yeah, the rears, yeah, they're not pretty good. Pretty good. So I think, okay, this is the front rear. Got the front rear here. Handlebars move it. It's a little spin thing. Oh, that's loose also. I think that's a, oh, can you guys tell me? I'm confused and many other people are confused on this thing. Is that supposed to be loose? Somebody that knows a lot about bikes. Is this supposed to be loose? And if it's not, drop a comment. And I'll see your comments. Whichever sounds best, I pray it would help. I would pin it. And I would try to fix that. Anyway, oh, where's your freaking spider web? My bike's not like 25 years old. Okay. Yeah, the rear does pretty good. So, yeah, the rear holds the brake if you're wondering. Yeah, this is the front rear. This is the front rear. The front rear holds the brake, and this little spinny thing right here. The brake travels from here. So this right here, this right there, is your back brake. Your back brake travels to the back, obviously. Use your front brake. Your front brake just leads to your front. Right up there. This leads to the front. I think it's actually where this thing is. That's where it holds the front. But this one's your front brake. This one's your back brake. The back brake I had troubles on. That's, oh, it's still kind of loose. I don't know whether it's the same, so I think it's just normal. Okay, but, so, okay, let's move on. Okay, we're actually back on the back rear. Back rear now. I had that away the other video because I showed me and my neighbors addressing it. But back rear, you know, they call a while. Okay, but here we go. Back rear. What the heck? Jinx! This freaking, I didn't know it jinx you. Bro, look at this thing. Jinx! Okay, I did not know your bike can jinx you. I did not even know that. It can jinx you. That's hilarious. Oh my god. It freaking says jinx. Alright, but that's completely off of our genre. So time to cook out. Smells good. Drive. Okay, next one, wheel. Drive wheel. I guess it's their drive wheel. Because it freaking says drive on it. Drive. That has to be our drive wheel. If I'm correct. Yeah, so the back rear, there's pretty much nothing except that broken thing and the jinx and the drive wheel. The jinx is so funny. Well, let's move on to the seat. We're on the seat. So, I got something very special about the seat. Well, the freaking knees are so long that we have to boost the seat all the way up there. I pretty much maxed it out. Therefore, I probably need to get a new bike. And yeah, it's pretty well and kind of rusted. And there's full back tail light. It's just it was covered in mud. Yeah, I kind of scraped it off. That worked a lot. So there's pretty much nothing to say about the seat, but there's also a little tear in the seat. It's a little micro tear. Okay, but here we are. We're moving on to suspension. I don't even know if this thing has a freaking suspension. On the suspension now. I have a lot to say about my suspension. Welcome back. Alright, but yeah, this is the suspension if you're wondering. It's pretty easy to point out. Now it's not like a bike, just wheels. It's like wheels, handlebars, and seat. Bada bing. This thing has a freaking suspension to it. You need a suspension to ride this thing. Or if you didn't have a suspension on this thing, you would not be going places. Hey. But the suspension is kind of caked in mud. But if you're wondering, your suspension's connects to the front, the drive wheel. Juice. But so yeah, that's all to say about the suspension, and it also helps you move. It helps this thing move your handlebars. It's actually connected. The chain. It's actually connected to the chain, which the chain is connected to the pedals. That's how it works. And so, if I miss anything, tell me in the comments. If this gets a lot of views, I do part 2. Reviewing another bike. And a rusted out bike. Okay, see you next time. Alright, gotta edit this.